Hi, Leo. Welcome. Leo, this is going to be your tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So, Leo, when I was meditating on the collective energy, whoo, it was a lot. I felt like a very erratic, very busy, intense, but also somewhat exciting, exhilarating, and passionate energy coming through. So I feel like, too, with Leo season not too far away, right? Like as we go into July, towards the end of July, it seems like the momentum is building up, and I'm hearing the pressure is building up as well. So some of you, it's getting hot because I'm hearing hot just like an oven. Okay, I think that's from a song, but both with the temperature, if you're in the US, but also the energy, right? And I keep getting the word pressure, so it could feel like there's being, you're being pressured, or that there's like something that you're feeling, under pressure about. So let's get into it and see, Leo, what we can expect as we go forward. You have, two cards. Your card, Leo, the Sun, paired with Piscean energy. Some of you could be connecting with a fellow Leo and or a Pisces, or have that in your chart. And or it's just the influencing energy. But this is talking about your heart chakra being awakened. Some sort of heart chakra opening here. And it could feel like the floodgates are opening on an emotional level. And certainly that could be, like I said, exhilarating, but it could also be overwhelming, right? So it all depends on how you handle it, Leo, right? This is talking about utilizing your imagination more, having more compassion for self and others, getting in tune with your more spiritual self, Leo, but really to also get really right with yourself. I don't know why that's coming through, to get right with yourself. Okay. It's kind of like asking you, to take the more mature approach as well. Sometimes this could be like a very childish energy, Leo, and certainly if you get frustrated or irritated, you could certainly take it there as a Leo. But this is saying, hey, take the mature approach, the higher road. No need to lower yourself for others, right? You also, if this isn't you, could be dealing with people or a person who, has a big heart, but they're also kind of like a child, or it could be very childish. Some of you are dealing with quite literally children, so take it as it resonates. But let's see. Actually, I want to use the angel cards first. Let's get another card out and go a little bit further here, Leo. Oh, I will say I've had a song in my head. Okay. You've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Hanged Man. And the song is Lauryn Hill, Nothing Even Matters. I'm just hearing the one part. Nothing but you. Nothing but you. Nothing. Okay, so the message behind that, even though it's not the lyrics of the song, is nothing matters more than you and how you feel at the end of the day. So some of you need to prioritize better, what's right for you and your emotional self, FYI. But maybe check out that song and see if it resonates with you. Anyways, with this card combination, there could have been actions that you wanted to take in the past, but for whatever reason you didn't. And now it could be making a return, okay? And giving you a whole new perspective. So something that may have felt like a past opportunity, or maybe even an issue, or something from the past returning for you to get another glance at, for you to get another perspective on it. And Leo, since you've changed, right, especially over this past 2 years, the perspective that you have now is completely different than the perspective you held just a few years ago, right? I could see that there's been a lot of emotional growth in the Leo collective. And so it's also like, your reaction to whatever's occurring now is different, or you have a different approach, or maybe you're being encouraged to take a different approach than you did in the past, right? There's this message here about like reviewing or revising past actions. and somehow that giving you another perspective so you could choose differently this time around. Okay. And I'm feeling this heavy has to deal with the emotional self and probably relating to relationships, but take it as it resonates, right? It's like something reoccurring in the energy, but you have a choice to do it differently or to choose differently. Okay. So let's see the headspace, Leo. The Nine of Wands. The King of Wands. Yeah, and I feel a lot of heavy emotion here, okay? So either that's your energy or you're dealing with someone with a lot of heaviness on them or a lot of heavy emotions, especially if you're dealing with someone that has a lot of water in their chart, but take it as it resonates. It's just like being in this space, Leo, where you may not feel comfortable, okay, to really share how you're really feeling, even though intuitively you know what's up or you're being guided to, okay? It's a sense of like keeping your walls up a little bit, you know, keeping some things to yourself as well. You know, not necessarily telling everyone what you got on your mind or in your heart, but you knowing what you got on your mind and in your heart, right? And really that's all that matters, right? We don't need to tell everybody everything, and most of the time they won't even understand. So there is this message here about needing to follow your passions, Leo. As intuitively, I feel like a lot of you are getting downloads as far as like things that you're passionate about, different ways to make money, maybe even creative pursuits that you've been wanting, and needing to kind of follow those desires. Or maybe if you failed to take action on a goal that you had in the past, this is like the energy is giving you another opportunity, right, to relook at that and to maybe take some action where you didn't once take action. It could also be like in relationships or your emotional self. You know, they keep wanting to say reactions, something about the reaction changing, like your reaction will be different this time, okay? Or the way you're handling situations on an emotional level, like say if you would have handled it a certain way in the past, no longer going to handle it that way. Like you've gained some sort of insight or new perspective that has somehow changed the way you react. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you were really reactive in the past. Say it was easy, right, to get you to trigger, or get you to react, or get you to chase or do something. It's like you learned your lesson around that, Leo. So now that this more a mature approach, this more mature Leo coming through, like you're not just going to react like that, right? If you react at all, or something about that coming through. So let's see what else. Two of Pentacles. What's in your heart of heart, Leos? Two of Wands. The Knight of Cups. Woo! I'll pull out. And the Chariot. So Leo, it seems like there's a little bit of back and forth going on an emotional level. Or at least there has been in the past. And that's maybe why you were being guarded. Maybe why you weren't saying what you were feeling, right? Maybe the timing wasn't right, or you still hadn't made up your mind. But I feel like you coming to some sort of resolve around that and making a decision to kind of just look forward from here on out. Your intuition is definitely guiding you when it comes to relationships as well, as I feel like some of you are, you know, headed in the right direction when it comes to relationships or picking the right mate, or, you know, it's, what? Okay, I have a song coming through. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. Somebody could be dropping a bombshell during this time frame. Not literally, but you know. Okay, take it or leave it. That's so weird. A lot of you are ready for more romance, more love in your life, maybe even travel. Some of you, it may not be romancing a partner, but romancing your life, or like going to romantic places or dinners, or, you know, you don't need to have a person to be in the state of romance. You could romance your life. Like I said, you know what I mean? Like, enjoy yourself, looking for that pleasure, that enjoyment. And I feel like, Leo, this is an opportunity coming through here. Some of you have the opportunity to connect in romance, okay, whether that be with a new or an old partner. And also I see an opportunity for some sort of movement here, whether that be with homes or vehicles or travel or whatever. It's just like, point your head to the sky is what I'm hearing, Leo, and stop holding yourself back. They're giving me an Abraham Hicks explanation of how this works, and so I'm going to share it with you, and she's one of my favorites, by the way. She always says, you know, this is how, as human beings, we need to stay forward thinking. But when we get so caught up in the here and now, sometimes it decreases our ability to see the big picture. And she likens it to driving a vehicle. Say if while you were driving the vehicle, you were so focused on the here and now that instead of looking forward to where you were going, you put a window on the bottom of your car and just simply looked at where you were at. And then somebody would say, hey, where are you headed? And you'd say, okay, line, dot, because you're looking solely where you're at as opposed to where you're going, right? Vice versa, when you look up while you're driving and you're looking forward, what are you looking at? You're looking at where you're headed, the possible destination, and it gives you a broader view, right? I hope that made sense. I know I didn't say it right, but that's kind of what I'm feeling like. Some of you have spent too long looking down at the floorboard and just paying too much attention to where you're currently at, and you're not paying attention to where you're going. Leo, look up. Look out the windshield. Like they're saying, like, time to see the bigger picture, right? Like time to focus more on the future forward thinking as opposed to, you know, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at right now. Yeah, I get it. This is where you're at right now, but where are you headed? You know, and having a more expansive approach to whatever life is, whatever you're wanting life to be. They're saying don't focus so much about where you're at, because where you're at is already changing. Focus on where you're wanting to go and stay there, Leo. So the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. And I mean that for now, like not forever, right? Sometimes it's good to be present in the present moment. Don't get me wrong. Life is a fine balance. Sometimes it's good to be present in the present moment. But right now they're saying you have spent too long, you know, too focused on the current reality when the reality is constantly changing. And if you could bring your focus up and change your focal point, you could change the situation, or you could change the energy around a situation. That makes sense to you? So either way, Leo, there's good things coming in here, because this is you standing in your confidence. Here's that opportunity that may have passed you by in the past. Here it is coming back around. This time, though, you're smarter, you're more intuitive, you're also supported, okay, by the universe. But also I feel like some of you, you know, you might have friends or family and people that adore you, that want to support you, that are here for you, Leo. Or at least one person that really is here for you. This is often talking about the support team or network. And be ready for some new information, new insights, new ideas, especially as we get towards your birth month. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. Like things might really start picking up speed around that time frame, so much so that it may even feel a little bit like pressure. But I feel like the right answers will come in the right timing. You are most definitely being guided. And like I said, you are not alone. And they're giving me the Green Day song. I think it's Green Day. My shadow can be beside me. I don't know the name of that one, but he says you're not alone in it. And yes. So there's a whole lot of new potential coming through, both in the creative pursuits, but also travel, but also romance, you know, or love and friendship. So like, this is a good time to be a Leo, because y'all are really getting into the flow here, and it's really, really beautiful. So let's get a Law of Attraction card then and see what that has to say. My shadow. How it goes. For Leo. Okay. It says, our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation of it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others adds to the balance and the well-being of your planet, even if they offer behavior that you do not approve of, and that you don't have to participate in the unwanted behavior and will not unless you give your attention to it. You become more willing to allow others to live as they choose. So this is really interesting, Leo. This is encouraging you to become more willing to, first of all, live your free and authentic truth, but also to allow others the grace to do the same, even if it's not in agreement with what you would choose for yourself. Right? Because I think we get tripped up in life when we start thinking that everyone around us needs to make decisions that align with what's good for us. But everybody on this planet has to make decisions that align with them. And sometimes those decisions also align with you. Sometimes it doesn't. But to be open-minded and to be supportive anyways, because everyone is being guided and all really is well, and everything is working out for you, Leo. So, very interesting reading, zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own birth chart, or the influencing vibes. I have Libra, Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Cancerian energy here. Sagittarius, Aries. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing. But keep in mind, it's a general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You could find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. All of it linked in the description box below. Tarot Time with Dana, as well as linked in the About section. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.